Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be discussing my version of the Three Rivers Pantry Challenge. That's something that I look forward to every single year and is the brainstorm of the lovely Jessica from Three Rivers Homestead, where she challenges you to not shop for a month or two. You can make it however long you want. That's like the best thing about this challenge, because each family is different and your needs are different and your resources are different. Some families, live on a farm and produce so much of their own. They are able to self-sustain themselves much better than someone like myself, who I have chickens for eggs, but I don't have any other animals on the farm. I don't have any other resources. I have very small container gardens. It doesn't yield enough for my family. So the best part about the challenge she created is the fact that she is very specific in letting people know that this challenge is to be done whatever way works for your family. Everybody's completely different. I am not able to not shop for an entire month. I have a baby in the house. I have a very small child in the house. I have needs for fresh produce, fresh dairy. We have to go to the store weekly. But the way that I decided I'm going to do the pantry challenge is I'm going to allow myself a certain dollar amount every week, a very small dollar amount. Like, I'm actually thinking maybe 40. I can guarantee you it won't be more than 50, but I'd like to keep it under 50 every week. Now, mind you, we spend weekly about $500 on groceries and junk food and conveniences and a bunch of malarkey that, quite honestly, I'm realizing we don't need. I can make this. I stay at home with children. I have time. What's my excuse? I don't have one. And that's one thing I want to change in 2023 is I really want to utilize the resources that I have here, as well as the skills that I have and know how to do. I can do this. Here's how I'm going to do it. Now, for me, I decided after I came up with the budget, I needed to inventory my pantry. And I wanted to do it in a very organized way so I could really know what was in there and really make a solid plan based off of that. I'm going to take a detailed inventory. I want to know what's in there and I want to rotate it out. I also have to figure in the fact that my daughter and her family just moved in with us about a month ago temporarily, and they also brought food, and I'm not really entirely sure exactly what they brought. That's also a wonderful reason why I am going to utilize my inventory sheet, and I think it's just the most organized way to figure out what you have if you want to really try to use it all up. Now, here's the thing about the pantry challenge. If you follow my channel, you know that I moved into my husband's home, which was a basic Betty. I've never seen anything more vanilla and drab in my life home, and it's actually a gorgeous home. It's a big, very big, beautiful 1960s antique Cape style home, and I'm slowly but surely making it a showcase. The mudroom / pantry is one of those rooms that I need to get to, but I just haven't yet, which is why you haven't seen it. However, for me to do this pantry challenge properly and as transparently as possible, you need to see this is my pantry that I keep the majority of all my food in. Those 3 cupboards right there, which are above my stove, also contain a small amount of food, like mostly tomato sauces, some beans, some rices, peanut butters, things of that nature I just keep up there. But out here is where I stockpile the majority of my goods. So today, you guys are going to see my ugly mudroom / pantry. Don't judge. It needs a lot of work, but it's going to happen, and you guys will see that when it does happen. So for now, just grab our list, go out there and see what we are working with. This is basically the main door that we use. It is our side driveway door. It comes into the mudroom, which is super nice for New England winters and yucky days when you don't want to drag your shoes in the house. This is a small area. This is a very small rectangle. I do have heating and central air conditioning that comes into this room. There is a window, but behind these curtains are my pantry. This is seriously it. This is real life. I don't know what's in here. This is why you've never seen it. But this is also why I need to participate in the pantry challenge and do it the right way. So I'm going to grab the sheet I created, a pen, something to write on, and inventory all of this so that I can figure out what my pantry challenge is going to look like food-wise. That's the very first step in the whole process, so let's see what we have in here. I'm embarrassed. I am embarrassed. There's a lot of stuff in there. I don't know what's in there. Really? Capers. Expired. Expired. That's another thing I'm doing is checking dates because not all this stuff is mine. Expired. Expired. Well, that's good. We just bought it in Maine. Looks like it's been open, doesn't it? Like, why would this... When in doubt, throw it out. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 cans of tomato soup. Like, why? I don't get it. I literally do not get this. Why did they put the prices right over the expiration dates? 2 more of those. Does it not expire? Well, the preservatives probably keep it forever, so it's not open. We'll keep it. Now I know I have an Alfredo. I usually make my own Alfredo, so see, things like this, I don't know why I need to use and not buy them again. But I will, because it's easy. I don't know if I'm saying this right, but acacia honey, the honeycomb in there, how good does that look? Like, this should be enjoyed, not sitting on a shelf. I didn't know I had it. Yogurt colored raisin, expired. Over here. Now, to be fair, these things in the front get eaten up all the time from the kids, so I am not going to inventory these snacks. That's what the kids eat every week, and that's not anything I'm worried about using up. Canned goods, sauces, you know, boxes of pasta, things like this. Well, never mind, because that's expired. Some of my favorite things from Trader Joe's are the organic tomato paste, organic tomato sauce. I love Trader Joe's for certain things, and I do like to keep those in my pantry. That's something that rotates, so I know to use them. Move on. A Genoa salami for a charcuterie board. It's not supposed to be refrigerated because it's a dry preserved one. How the heck did I buy this? Not expired. That'll make a nice little board for like football Sunday. My husband will like that. That irritates me. Throwing all this away, this missed food I had no idea was here, especially with the cost of things today. I am actually disgusted. I am disgusted with myself for sure, and I am disgusted with the amount of things I'm throwing away. This will never happen again. This is a huge eye-opener for me, and I am going to stay on top of my pantry going forward. Didn't even know I had molasses. I know I have 5 cans of enchilada sauce in the house, and here's another jumbo one. I don't get this. What was I thinking? I must have been thinking I wanted enchiladas. That's another goal for 2023 for myself. I just want to try to eliminate the unnecessary conveniences that I tend to impulse purchase at the grocery store. Do you guys impulse purchase? It is my biggest downfall. Now that I've gone through everything, I have 3 bags of trash from cleaning out my cupboards and my pantry. Some of it is like some junk, but a lot of that is actually expired food, and one wonky looking container of peanut oil, which we haven't deep fried a turkey in 3 years. So I am absolutely really disgusted with myself, and what an eye opener. What a shame. I am so mad right now. This will never happen again. So glad we have a dumpster. I am still just so appalled and mind blown at what was just wasted. If for nothing else, regardless of how this pantry challenge goes for me, it was an eye-opening experience. I got to see how wasteful we can actually be with impulse buying, not keeping track of stock and inventory. Like, this is crazy. This is crazy. But it's done now, and now I know what we have. So it's really all that matters. Okay, well, it's done. Everything's been inventoried in the house, outside. I know exactly what's here. Taken the garbage out, gave it a quick little clean. It's not bad, it's pretty organized, but the point is I know exactly what's there. I have my list. I'm good. It's full of different chickens and meats. Hot dog. We have strawberries and sausages and meatballs, hot dogs. We have beef roast. We have chicken breasts, little smokies, some sausages, some frozen, easy to prepare meals. This is the upstairs fridge. I want to rotate through all of this. Okay, we are in the basement that's getting remodeled. This is my cake refrigerator, and we actually have a lot of chicken in there to use. And then I have my big upright freezer, which is filled to capacity with meats, frozen prepared dishes we need to use. There's whole chickens in here. We still have meat left over from our cow. We have chicken and burgers, lasagna. More meat down here in this cage from the cow, as well as some fresh berries we froze, more burgers, more meat, more sides, tons of corn. If you're wondering what all the vegetables of corn are, I give a bag of that to my chickens every day. I have since I've gotten them, and they just love it. All this needs to be gone through and rotated as well. I want to get rid of it and get more in there. Okay, I have my list compiled, and I know exactly what is in my pantry that I need to consume. As you saw, I'm very ashamed of the fact that I threw away 3 giant bags from there. Never going to happen again. Now here are the rules that I am laying out for myself for my pantry challenge of 2023. I do rely on local farms that I can get, certain items from, but I also rely on trips to the grocery store. Every time I go to the grocery store, it's about $400 to $500, and that is a week. I'm not kidding. I'm sick of it. I don't want to spend that anymore. For this challenge, I am allotting myself $50 a week. I know that sounds like a lot, but if you really think about the inflated prices of today's groceries and what it generally costs you each and every time you go there, it really isn't a lot. And this will help me get the things that I need to get each and every week. Things such as milk, sandwich bread, fresh produce, fresh vegetables. Those are things that I don't have on hand. I have tons of potatoes. I have tons of onions, things of that nature, my rices. I can make everything, but I will still need to run to the store every now and then. Now, you saw glimpses into my freezers. They are stocked with meat. I do not need to buy meat in February, nor am I going to. Also, I am going to rotate the stock within my freezers. I am not going to necessarily inventory them. I just have them in categories, and I have a rough idea of how much of everything I have. I also want to use up all of the junk that I bought. And by junk, I mean food's ready to go that you just kind of chuck in the microwave. Buttered chicken, there's lasagna, things I can make from scratch. So much easier and convenient to just grab these items and toss them in on those busy nights. I'm a stay-at-home grandma. I have all the time in the world. I just make excuses not to, and I'm not doing that anymore either. This list is going to go up on the side of my refrigerator. As I use items, I plan on scratching it off. I also plan on using this as a reference point each and every day to see what am I going to make utilizing this and whatever's in my freezer to get rid of this stock and not go to the grocery store. And having a list like this just helps you really put something together. It also lets me know what I have left over and what I need to really step it up and use more of. I need to figure out ways to use up all of this stuff. So that's going to be my pantry challenge. That is how I am going to approach it. I am giving myself a small weekly budget because we do have a child and a baby. We have 4 adults and 2 children in this house. I do have pets that require food, just 4 cats, but still have to get them food and litter when it's out. So avoiding a grocery store altogether isn't entirely an option for me, but really seriously downsizing and minimizing the amount of time and money I spend in the grocery store is an option. Because if there's one thing that just today alone inventorying my house taught me is I really don't need to go to the grocery store. I think it's a great idea to know what you're starting with and not just blindly take this challenge. It's about making conscious decisions and not wasting food. It's about utilizing what you've worked hard to preserve and what you have and not looking for the easy way out. We didn't even inventory what I have canned, and I have quite an abundance and selection of canned items, from meal in a jars to straight up proteins, side dishes, vegetables, cowboy candy. I have jams and jellies. All of that needs to be used. And I always take the easy way out, and I need to stop doing that. This is going to help me do that. This is going to keep me accountable now, going forward. I'm excited to start my pantry challenge. I start it in February. I am going to do it for 1 month and see how it goes. I've never had a house full of people before where I can't control every single thing that comes in and every single thing that's made. So that's going to be a little challenging, but I do the primary cooking in the house, so I think I will be okay. I will not count any items that my daughter or my son-in-law go to the grocery store and buy. That's on them. That has nothing to do with me. That won't get into my meals. Well, I want to thank you so much for joining me today as I showed you how I am going to handle the Pantry Challenge 2023, which is the creation of Jessica from the Three Rivers Homestead, and I am proud to participate in this challenge with thousands of other individuals all around the world. If you're new to my channel, you might want to consider hitting that subscribe button and becoming part of our community. I make new videos every week, and you never know what they're going to be about, but one thing is for sure, it's always everything homemaking or the 3Ds, design, decorating, and DIY. If you hit that notification bell, you'll be notified every time I upload new content or go live. And if you like the content you saw today, please give me a thumbs up. I am still rocking Canuary and have so many amazing recipes coming up. You definitely don't want to miss them. So good. Again, thanks so much for stopping by my homestead, and I will see you guys real soon. Bye.